Hello everyone. In last sessions, what we discussed? We discussed the variable concept. Already we completed the runtime variable, we completed the playbook variable, and already we discussed the some points in our group variable and host variable. So what is the group variable? Group variable is nothing but it is related to the group of the machines. And what is the host variable? It is a individual machines. We can call it the ungrouped machines. I want to that particular of the variables, that particular of the machine. Then what we have to do here? So we have to go with host variable. So let's say we are going to create it here the one group variable. So first already we discussed, whenever we are going to create it the group variable, in that group variable where we have to create it, we have to create it in that our user. Before going to create the group variables, so we have to declare the some files here. Suppose, like already we know that whenever we have the two managed node, these two managed node who are managing, so control node is managing. But whatever we have the managed node configuration where we have the that configurations in our inventory file. So first we have to create it the one inventory files here. So I'm going to create it here the nano. Nano is nothing but it is a, we can say called as a, it is a command in our Linux, and we can say called as a, it is a plain simple text editor. So this is the text editor command. So we use here the nano command. So after that I'm going to create it the one inventory, then INI. Why we are going to create it the inventory INI? Because whenever we are execution our playbook script, if we use the group variable, that group variable we wanted call it. So why we are calling that one? Because we have the some group machines, and from where we are going to call it, so we are invoking the these machines, web server, DB server machines, from the inventory INI file. So in this inventory INI file, so we are calling this one. So before going to inventory INI, we have to configure this one. So in this inventory INI file, I'm going to configuration use here. So what is the configuration? This is my web server. So this is my one managed node machine. So we have the one managed node machine, and this is my DB servers. Already we did this setup in our second sessions, Ansible second sessions. So this DB server is nothing but second managed node machine. So this is my web machine's name. So I'm going to mention here the web one. After that, Ansible host. So we are going to host this one, and we use here the private variable, and we are giving this permission in my this file here. So whatever we have the private key files here, this is my PEM file. We are going to use it here. So we are going to create it here the inventory INI file. So inventory INI file. So you can see here the web server, DB server, and we have the all vars. In that all vars, what is the user here? Ansible user. Then what will be value here? That user. So it is a value for the EC2 user. After that, Ansible sh private key file here we used here. So we are going to exit from this file. Then how we can exit here? You can see the control X. Then it will be ask me save modify buffer. Yes, I want to save it. Then we have to click on the enter. Then we successfully exited from this file. After that, we are going to create the one directory here. So what will be directory here? Mkdir. Then my directory name will be group Vars. So we can say called the, we are going to create the one group directory. You can see here the, we have the one directory, we have the one inventory INI. So what is the inventory INI? Inventory INI is nothing but whatever we have the managed node, that managed nodes we configured in our inventory INI. So we can say called the, this is my host. So whenever we calling the my group variable, it will be host from this inventory INI, and it will be assigned to the group variable value in our playbook script. So this is the we have the process here. So already we discussed how we can follow it the sequence in our variables. So first it will be check the playbook variable, then it will be check the group variable, then it will be check the host variable. So if we have the grouping machine, then we can go with group variable. If we have the individual machine, then we can go with host variable. So while we creating of the host variable, at that time we have to follow the same process here. So we need to the configure that one. So it will be gated groups automatically there. If we have the ungroup, then it will be automatic to the assigned to the value for the host variable. So this is a we have the process here. We are going to create it the group variables and host variable here. After that, I'm going to create it here the two variable files. Where we are going to create it two variable files, we are going to create it the two variables file in our group Vars. In last session already we discussed. So we are going to create it group variable, host variable. Then what we have to do, we have to root directory, then etc directory, then user directory, then we have to create it the one directory. It will be group Vars, it will be host var, it can be anything. So this is my directory name here. After that, what we have to do here, so we have to create it here the variables files. Where we are going to create it the variable files, we are going to create it the variables files in our group var. So that's why I'm using here the group, then underscore vars, then I want to create it the file in this directory. So that's why nano, then group var, that directory name, web server, this is my YML file. We can say in that we can declare the our variables. So web servers we can say called as a this is my one YML file. So we are going to create it here the my package name here. The package name is nothing but we can say called as a my variable. So this is my sorry we are going to say here the package. So in that package name is a variable. This is my key and we are going to assign it here the stpd packages here. So you can see here the stpd packages is nothing but this is my value we are going to install in our web server machine. So this is my first requirement. So we created here the one package name. That package name value will be stpd packages. So we are going to install it in our web server machine. After that, we have the another requirement. So I want to install the Git software in my DB server machine. Then what we have to do here, we have to go like this. So nano, then group vars, we are going to create it here the another variable file. That name will be, it can be anything here. I'm going to say db servers.yml file. In this db server yml file, we have to let me check. So it is saying, I think I missed here the spelling. So that's let me exit. Yes. So nano, then group, then underscore vars db servers dot yml. So we are going to create it here the db servers dot name, then package name will be, so I'm going to say I want to install the git software, I want to install the java packages. Then what we have to do here, we have to mention as per your requirement files here. So we once we mention, then we have to exit from that files. So we exited successfully both of the files. We created the successfully both of the files in our group vars directory. Then what we have to do here? So we have to check the are we going to create the file or not here. Whatever we created the data, let me check, let me verify how we can verify it here. So we have to go with structure command here. Then we can say call it the ls, then dash, then capital R. Then you can see here the this is my folder structure. In that group where we have the two YML files. In that two YML files, what we created here the one YML file it is related to the DB servers, one file it is related to the web servers. But you can observe here, did we created any playbook script here? No, we are not created any playbook script here. Then how we can call it and how we can assign that variable into the playbook script? So we have to create it here the playbook script here. So you can go with nano command, otherwise you can go with vi command. So I am going to create it here the install. You can say anything. So I'm going to install my I'm going to install some packages here. So that's why I'm going to say install YAML file. I'm going to create it one playbook. In that playbook, so I think already we have the one script here. So you can see here you can observe here, install the packages using of the group pairs. Then we mention here the two hosts because we have the two groups here. If we have the single host, then we can say called as a host single machines here. Suppose if we have the three machines, four machines, if we have the multiple machine, then we can go with like this. After that, we know that become, then we have the task here. That task will be install my packages. So where we mention the package name, we are the mentioned package name in our web server.yml file, and already we added this variable in our group vars directory. So you can see here we are going to add it here the one package here, then exit, then yes, we successfully exited. Let me verify once again. Then you can see the installed YML file, then group vars, then inventory INI, then we have the group vars here. Before going to execute our playbook script, then first we will check the are we going to correct or not with inventory INI here. So let me verify here the are we going to connect all machines or not by using of the inventory INI. So how we can verify here Ansible all, it means we are going to all machines. Then after that we have to use here the I. Dash I is nothing but we can say called as a it is a interactive command in our Linux. Before going to perform any action, then we have to use it here the I. So that's why I used here the I. So it is nothing but interactive command in our Linux. Before performing any action, we used here the dash I. After that, what we have to do here? Inventory I, then INI, then dash yum. What is the meaning of the dash yum? Yum is nothing but it is a model. Then we are going to ping. So you can see here the are we going to ping all machines or not here? You can see the ping form successfully be ping to my all machines here. First machine's name will be DB and second machine will be web. You can see here in the inventory INI we mention the web1 DB1. So you can see here this is my successfully one machine. This is my second successful machine. You can see here in gather facts you can observe here this is the separate one machine, this is my separate second machine. So successfully we connected with our machines here. So successfully we connected with our machine, successfully our test connection here. Then what we have to the next step, what will be our next action here? So our action will be run the playbook here. So how we can run it? So Ansible, then dash playbook, then inventory. Before going to inventory INI action, we mention here the I, that is called the interactive. So we are going to here the inventory INI, then we can call here the install my YML file. You can see here the Ansible playbook. Already we know that how we can execute the normal playbook script here. Ansible playbook, then we have to mention our install YML file. Before going to here, we mention here the inventory INI. Why we mention here the inventory INI? Because we have the two separate machines and it will be invoke that host and it will be assign that variable to that particular of the machine. So that's why we mention here the inventory INI here. So if you can see here then it will be verify. Yes, we have the these variables related to the DB machine. Then this variable will be for the web server. Then it will be assigned to automatically there whenever we execute this command here. You can observe here install YML file. Did we perform separate task? No, we did not perform any separate task. Just we mentioned the package name. That package name already we mentioned in our variables packages. Where we mention these packages, so sorry, where we mention these packages, we mention in our group var. In that we created the two files. One is a web server YML, another is a DB YML. So in that we mention the variable name. What will be variable name for my playbook script here? So we know that already we discussed. We have the sequence in our variables. So first it will be check the playbook variable, then it will be check group variable, then it will be check the host variable. So if we have the playbook variable, then it will be execute. If we have the group variable, then it will be execute the group variable. If we have the host variable, then it will be execute the host variable. This is the we have the sequence. We are going to follow it in our playbook script here. So I'm going to check here the make packages are going to install or not here. Yes, you can see here the all of the okay because already we installed the packages in our all of the machines which are available in our control node. How many machines we have? We have the two managed node. One is a web server, another is a DB server. So that's why we can see here the okay here. Suppose if you want to install the Python, if you want to install the Maven, then what we have to do? We have to go with same like this. We have to mention in the, so suppose I am going to again call this one, it will be okay because we know that this is our Ansible script is a idempotency, so it won't be allowed to me duplications in our machine. So this is our group variables. If I want to create the host variable, then what we have to do? We have to follow the same procedure here for the host variable. What we did in a group variable, we created one directory. That name will be group vars. In that we created the variable files. After that, what we created the inventory INM. What we have to do in that? We have to configure our host machine's name. Once we configure, then host, if we have the group, then we can say. If we don't have any group, then it will be assigned to the automatically for the host variable. So this is our sequence here. Suppose I want to create the host inventory. Then what we have to do? We have to follow the same procedure. Whatever we have to create it, then we have to go with like this. So we have the separate machines? No, we don't have any separate machines. Then how we can verify it here? So suppose we are going to install the next here the, let me verify. So how many files we have the folder structure here? So we have the group vars. In that group vars, we have the only one directory. Then what we have to do here? So we have to create again one directory here. So we can say called as a host then var. So we can say this is my host vars. Then what we have to do? So we have to create it the same like this. So whenever we have the host variable, suppose I'm going to install here the one host variable. So my requirement is here, I want to install one HTTP packages in my particular of the machine. Suppose I want to install the Java 17. Then what we have to do here? So we have to go with like this. So already we created the, you can verify here the folder structure, host, host. you can see the post vars we created successfully. In that post vars, we are going to create it here the post underscore vars, then web1.yml. We can say anything here. So this is my, in that what we have to mention, we have to mention variables name. My package name will be, so package name will be Java 17. So it can be anything. Otherwise, you can mention like this only Java. Otherwise, if I want to install the maven, then what we have to do? We have to mention same like this. Then again, what we have to do here? So we have to exit. Then yes, but where we are going to install it? We are going to install this one in our web.yml. But where we can see the web.yml, we are in the post vars. But before going to post vars, are we seeing anything here? The are we going to create any inventory INI? No, we are not going to create it because already we have the inventory INI. So what we have to do here? So we have to create it another one file 01 install. I'm going to create it here the YML. Then what we have to do here? Sorry, nano. Then install 01 YML. What we have to do here? We have to mention same like this. So where we have the script here, so you can see here the, so it will be, are we going to check all here? Yes, all. That's it for me. Because why we are going to see all here? Let's see what will be happen if we mention here the all. Then what will be happen here? Otherwise, you can mention only web server machine. So it can be anything here. So otherwise you can mention like this. So we are going to install only Java in my web servers only. So it depends on your requirement. You can create it our playbook script here. After that, what we have to do? We have to go with here. Once we exited from that one, we are going to check here. Yes, we successfully we created here the 01 install YML files also. Then what we have to do here? We have to call that file here. Then how we can call it here? Dash, sorry, 01 dash YML. Let's see, are we going to install or not here in our post? Yes, you can see here the in web one. Okay, okay. Are we seeing here the? Can we see here the any another gather facts here? No, we cannot say any gather facts here because already you can see here the, in that what we mention here the web servers only. If we mention here the, if I'm in the insert mode, if I mention here the all, then what will be happen here? Let's see what will be happen here. You can see here the, you can see here the, whenever we mention here the all, it means whatever we have the number of machines, we are going to install packages in that all machine. So it depends on your requirement. If we have the individual machines, then we can go with individual machine. Suppose if we created the third machine in my control node, then do we need to the group this machine? No, there is a no required because we have the one requirement here. We have the two machines for the group and we have the one machine. It is related to the ungroup. Then what we have to do? We have to create the two variables. One is a related to the group variable, another is a host variable. Then if we have the group machines, then as per our group files, then we can execute our playbook script. If we have the individual machine, then what will be happen? It will be called the host variable. This is a we have the group concept here. So whatever we have the groups and host, both are the same here, only we have the major difference here. So if we have the group machines, then we have to put the group variable. If we have the individual machine, we have to go with host variable. So whenever we going to call it both of, we have to follow the same procedure. So we have to host it that inventory, because we need to the invoke that all machines, whatever we have the machines in our control node. So this is a we have the variable concept in our Ansible. So we completed here the variables concept in our Ansible. We will start our next topic in upcoming sessions. Thank you guys.